So, good morning, everyone. Our topic is all about unpacking the self, material, economic self, and spiritual self. Material and economic self. Economy is an important aspect of life. In a market economy, individuals own most of the resources available, such labor, land, and capital, and the use of voluntary decision to control the marketplace. Adam Smith, the father of modern economics, explained that the best economic benefit that the consumers can get in any cultural places is usually accomplished when the consumers act in their own self-interest. His explanation is that when dozens or even thousands act in their own self-interest, goods and services are created that benefit the consumers as well as the producers. According to the father of modern economics, who is Adam Smith, the optimal economic outcome for consumers in any given society is typically achieved when individuals pursue their own self-interest. The pursuit of self-interest motivates the individuals to innovate, produce goods and services, and engage in mutually beneficial exchange, ultimately contributing to the economic advancement of a cultural place. Smith's perspective highlights the role of self-interest as a driving force for economic growth and the betterment of society at large. In Adam Smith's book, The Wealth Nation, he described it is from the benevolence of the butcher, the brewer, or the baker that we expect our dinner bought from their regard to their own self-interest. In Adam Smith's book, The Wealth of Nations, he articulates that our dinner is not provided by benevolence of butcher, brewer, or baker, but rather stems from their self-interest. Smith emphasized that individuals in these professions are primarily motivated by their own concerns, seeking profit and personal gain. His insights underscore how, in a market-oriented system, self-interest can lead to a harmonious and mutually beneficial arrangement. According to Wernich in 1991, people with different identities depend on choosing. We have no choice but to choose. Choosing according to one's taste is an issue of identifying goods that are objectively adjust to one's position. Kernish in 1991 suggests that individuals with diverse identities are inherently tied to the act of choosing, presenting it as an inevitable aspect of human existence. The phrase, "we have no choice but to choose," implies that decision-making is an inescapable part of life. Furthermore, Wernich introduced the idea that selecting based on personal taste involves identifying goods that objectively align with one's positions. In other words, the process of choosing is not arbitrary. It involves a conscious consideration of items that objectively suits one's preferences, circumstances, or identity. This perspective implies a thoughtful and intentional selection process, wherein individuals seek alignment between their subjective preferences and the objective suitability of the chosen goods within the context of their identity. The self from standpoint of economy. In market economy, where different cultural behavior emerge, an individual's status generally shapes the beliefs and attitudes a person have. This can include idea regarding what opportunities are or are not available, as well as the beliefs regarding to the direction that life should go. An example can be seen regarding in varying education levels within different socio-economic classes. Differences in education levels across socio-economic classes illustrates the impact of societal status on opportunity and perception. In wealthier class, there's often greater access to education, and pursuing a higher education is not only expected but may lead to a higher paying job prospect. Social interaction align with these expectations. Socioeconomic factors significantly influence both the access to education and the subsequent societal interactions and opportunities available to individuals.
Spiritual self. The most spiritual people realize we are more than our physical bodies. Many believe we are a soul that is only abiding in this particular body for a time, but has resided on other bodies in the past. Many believe we originally came from spirit, real, and we have potential to return there. Many also believe that sent us into this world was a higher part of our beings. The self as a spirit. Spiritual individuals see themselves beyond the physical body. Believe in the soul, higher self, and spirit, each with distinct rules. The soul nurtures, connects soulmates, and guides growth. The higher self in the prototype with the best qualities and future potential. The spirit is the non-physical essence free from time and space. Example, during traditional Filipino healing practices, individuals may seek the guidance of a manghihilo who helps them connect with their spiritual self to address physical and emotional ailments. Practices of religious belief in supernatural being. Common characteristic of religions is beliefs in God. Theism is not synonymous with religion. Some religions are atheistic. Supernatural belief is a fundamental to most religions. Example, many Filipinos believe in anitos or ancestral spirits, and they may offer prayers or rituals to honor and seek guidance from these supernatural beings. Filipino belief in the supernatural. The 1st and 2nd of November is considered one of the most important holidays in the Philippines, as this is when we all troops to the cemeteries to visit our loved ones who pass on. Filipino beliefs in the supernatural. November 1st and 2nd traditional. Example, during Undas or All Saints Day and All Souls Day, Filipino visit cemeteries to clean and decorate the graves of their loved ones, offering prayers and food as a sign of respect and remembrance. Rituals and ceremony. A ritual is a sequence of activities involving gestures, words, and objects. Christian rituals known as sacrament convey God's sacred power, baptism and Eucharism. Example of ceremony include wedding ceremony. Filipino weddings are rich in symbols reflecting love and commitments. Example, the pamamanhikan is the Filipino pre-wedding ritual where the groom, accompanied by his family, formally asks the bride parents for her hand in marriage. It involves gesture, words of respect, and symbolic offering ceremonies. Example, in Filipino weddings, the veil or cord ceremony symbolizes the couple's unity. The veil represents the unity of two families, and the cord symbolizes the lifelong bond between the bride and groom. Witchcraft or witchery. Practices involving magical skills and abilities often has a religious, divinatory, or medicinal rule. Magic or sorcery. Use of rituals, symbols, actions, gestures, or language to harness supernatural forces. Witchcraft or witchery definition. Example, some traditional healers in the Philippines known as albularyo or mangkukulam may use herbs, prayers, and rituals, with magical elements to heal ailments or protect against supernatural entities. And the magic or sorcery definition. Example, the use of anting-anting or amulets in Filipino culture believed to possess magical properties is a form of sorcery to provide protection, luck, or strength. Some rituals of offering in the country. Ilocano rituals of offering to the spirits. The Ilocano has an elaborate network of beliefs and practices through which he deals with the world around him. Ilocano rituals example. Ilocano farmers may perform rituals to offer thanks to the anito of the land before planting crops, seeking a bountiful harvest. The rituals involve prayers, offering, and symbolic gestures. And all of this is the part of spiritual self. That's all. Thank you.